Hello, my name's John Thompson. I'm the Technical Director of SJEB Rush, New Jersey Rush and SJEB Football Club. So over the past year we've been working hard to develop pathways for our players that go beyond our regular programming. We've been to provide opportunities for players to experience football outside of our four walls. So at the under 9 to under 12 age groups we have an affiliation with the Philadelphia Union Youth Programme. At the under 13 and under 14 age groups there's the Rush National Select Team Programme the players can try out for, along with the New Jersey ODP programme. But we see few outside development opportunities for players in the under 15 to under 18 age group that provide quality training and quality football experience. Fortunately, our newly appointed Boys Director of Coaching, Scott Middlemass, has been working on a programme through his connections back home in his home county of Lancashire in the northwest of England, which is about 10 miles up the road from Liverpool. So Coach Scott has been appointed the Fleetwood Town Football Club East Coast representative and agent. So a little history, Fleetwood Town Football Club are a professional club in League One, which is 2 leagues beneath the English Premier League. Several years ago, they sold their most famous player, which is Jamie Vardy, to Leicester City. So Vardy's story of moving from semi-professional football up through the leagues to the Premier League is quite legendary. And Fleetwood Town have always been a club reliant on finding talent, developing the talent and moving players on to the next level. So SJEB Rush and Fleetwood Town have agreed to be affiliates, which means Coach Scott will be identifying and training players within the SJEB Rush Football Club, as well as provide opportunities for our players to train in England at Fleetwood Town International Football Academy. So Fleetwood Town staff will also visit our club during the summer and run a camp and evaluate players in person. In this video, Coach Scott and myself discuss Fleetwood Town, the affiliation, Scott's connections with Fleetwood Town, the Fleetwood Town International Football Academy, and the possible pathways for SJEB Rush players through the partnership.
Hi, I'm Andy Pilley, Chairman of Fleetwood Town Football Club, who are proud members of the English Football League. I'm delighted to announce the beginning of our new International Football Academy, which is based at Poolfoot Farm, our £10 million training complex. The opportunity for young players, young men, to actually play shoulder to shoulder with our professional football stars and to find a pathway into professional football.
We are hugely excited to be developing this product with the International Academy. Anyone who's come to Poolfoot immediately comments on the quality of the facility given where we are in terms of the football club. It's a Premier League ground, whichever way you look at it. We're very lucky to have it, and to be able to give that opportunity to kids to come and train and aspire to be on the elite pitches in front of me is a huge selling point. We've got 10 grass pitches, we've got 2 full-size 3G pitches, we've got 4 5-a-side pitches, we have a fully functioning professional training suite upstairs for the players to use and condition with. We've got an on-site catering facility which the players eat in. We've got on-site massage and physiotherapy. It's all here.
So from day one, when the boys come in, what we do with them is we analyse where they want to play, what positions they play. We look into the background, find out a little bit about them, what level they've played at, etc. Where their preferred positions are. We go as deep as find out who the role models are and try and build a bigger picture of what type of player or how they think as a footballer, a potential footballer. We get them in, we do the fitness testing with them, which is a multitude. We get the sports science staff doing that. From there, we formulate individual learning plans for the players, so they will work a lot on what we call ILPs, which are specific to them. So what we offer here at Fleetwood Town is no guarantees of a professional contract. What we can offer is the pathway. We have pathways into our development squad, to our under-18 squad, We have pathways into our first team if you're good enough. The game's going on now. We have senior scouts here. We have our head of recruitment here to watch the game. We always have eyes on the training sessions, on our matches. But what we can guarantee is it will make you a better player. What makes us unique as Fleetwood Town International Football Academy is that we have contacts on every continent. We have partner clubs where if we feel we might not make the grade in England at a UK club, we can then pick up the phone, contact them through our great relationship and discuss how we can move players forward and keep that dream alive for players.
We've developed stars over the years that have gone on to play at very high levels. Probably the best known player who was developed at Fleetwood Town and subsequently sold on was Jamie Vardy, who was sold from Fleetwood to Leicester City, who obviously, I'm sure everybody knows, went on to win the Premier League with Leicester, and we're looking for new Jamie Vardys. So if you fancy joining the International Academy, we'd be delighted to have you here at our state-of-the-art facilities at Fleetwood Town.
What is FATIFA?
FATIFA is the Fleetwood Town International Football Academy, which has players from around the world who still have dreams of being a professional player, and it allows them the opportunity to go and train and play alongside the pros at Fleetwood Town. They have their own training program. They're trained by fully qualified academy coaches, and they get basically everything that the professionals, the 18s and the under-23s do at Fleetwood. Their own training program and also a games program. It's a way to find pathways for these players. It's not promising they're going to be professional players, but it might just help them in certain levels of pathway, whether it's lower league in different countries or here in the US, helping players get into college or prepare for college. And if for some reason one player stands out over there, they have they're not scared of pushing players into the under-18s or under-23s if they're seen at that level and that ability.
How will you go about selecting players to do your bi-weekly training program? You'll be scouting them in games and watching training sessions?
Yeah, so I plan to attend as many training sessions as possible and attend as many games as possible. What I'll do is I'll make a note of the players that I identify, and then I'll just make sure that I go through yourself and Don to make sure that it's okay and you're aware of the players that I've selected.
So you can go for a 10-month period?
Yeah, it's quite flexible. There's 2 blocks, and you can go for a month, 2 months, 3 months, all depending on the availability of the player and if it's the right time frame for them to go.
What's your role with FATIFA?
Over here in the United States, I'm the East Coast ambassador agent, just helping find players that are at the level and who would like to go and have an opportunity to train at a professional club in England.
Can you describe the benefits our players are going to get from the affiliation with Fleetwood Town? With
affiliations, sometimes they send coaches over who are just community coaches, but with FATIFA, the coaches that actually come over are the coaches that run the program and who are training with the players in, day out. So the benefits for your players are they get to work with and to be seen by the coaches that actually run the program. They will actually come over here and work with those players as well in certain camps and things that you might like to do. And the opportunity for your players then to go over and train with the FATIFA program, identified and selected to go and do that.
What training programs will you be running for SJEB Rush players, and when will you be running them?
I'm excited that I'm going to run the in-house FATIFA identification training program, where selected players, which I select myself to come in bi-weekly and train with a view of taking them over either as individuals or as a group to go and work in the FATIFA program at some point of the year.
And what age groups are you going to be doing that training?
The age groups will be from under 13s all the way up to 18-year-olds, players preparing to go up to college. For those guys, it's a great opportunity because they get to see what the level is at a professional club, which will then help them get ready to go into college.
So how do you get identified for the international academy? So how do you get to go and spend 10 months there? Obviously, you've got to be a certain level.
Yeah, you've got to be a certain level of player, somebody who's serious about playing and getting better. And the way that I probably do it with your club is one, watching games, watching training sessions, and identifying the players that are at that level. And again, offering them the opportunity, and it's up to them then if they would like to do it.
When are the FATIFA coaches coming over to the States?
We're going to be running a couple of events. One of them is going to be in the summer. We'll be doing an identification game. We're inviting players to come in and play in a game to be identified for the FATIFA program. And we're also running a talent identification program in the winter, probably just after the high school season, which will be in various locations down the East Coast, one of them being South Jersey, where the players can be invited into that also. And the coaches from FATIFA will be over to help identify players at the level to be chosen.
You're also going to be taking like small groups over there to train for 3-4 weeks at a time, possibly, and then there's another avenue to get identified to join their academy, right? Yeah, absolutely. Throughout the year, players can be sent over there to train for a period of time. They'll stay with the other FATIFA players in the hotel. They get accommodation. They get to be driven to and from practice. The training program is fantastic. It's very modern, sports science, great training, and also a great games program for them to play in also, which all the games are videoed. So those players then, especially if they're going off to college, they get a lot of footage of them playing in meaningful games, which they can help and use for their college. What games have they been playing over there? If the lads go and play for the FATIFA International Academy, who are they playing? Are they playing other academies in England?
Yeah, they play various other professional clubs in the area. They also play universities and other select squads of maybe potential academy players who are looking to get placed in professional clubs in England. And so they've got quite a good range of games that they can play.
And have any of the international academy boys gone on to play for their U18s, their U23s?
Since I've been over, there's been a couple of boys that have gone over in the FATIFA program. One of them was from the Salah school that did really well. Got asked to go back for 3 months. He trained with the FATIFA program, and he also got pushed up into the under-18s. Was able to train with them and had a great experience. I know that they've had other players. A young lad from Barbados trained with the FATIFA program. He was also a Barbados international that also got pushed into the under-18s as well and got that great opportunity and experience to go and train with the under-18s there.